Well, howdy folks, and welcome back to the garage for another episode of Just the Facts. Today I'm going to give you just the facts on the Tier 7 German medium tank, the Panther, including some tips on how to drive it and how to kill it. The Panther's hull armor is okay. It's not horrible, but it's not excellent either. The upper glacis is angled quite aggressively, so its 85mm of armor can fill the shoes of 100mm of vertical armor, and better when angled towards the enemy. The lower glacis is not as thick, nor quite as angled, and is also a large target. Side armor of 50mm and rear armor of 40mm also receive some angle treatments, but still can't be relied on in a close quarter brawling situation. Small term turret is the same turret found on the new Panzer IV's tank, with 120mm of hardened steel up front, coupled with some mild angling, and both the side and rear armor at 60mm are also mildly angled. The armor profile of this vehicle relegates it to second line or flanking in support of those more heavily armed vehicles who are up front and dueling with their enemy counterparts. There are three guns to choose from: the ubiquitous 75mm L70 with its 150mm of penetration, 160 hit points of damage, and a nice rate of fire of 12.77 rounds per minute. As well, we have the 88mm L56 with only 145mm penetration, 220 hit points of damage, and a rate of fire of 8.96 rounds per minute. Finally, the 75mm L100 with 198mm of penetration, 160 hit points of damage, and a blistering rate of fire of 13.64 rounds per minute. An excellent dispersion rate of 0.32 meters and an aim time of 2.3 seconds and DPM of 2182 hit points makes this a fearsome weapon indeed. Maneuverability in the Panther is pretty good. Power to weight ratio of 15.37 horsepower per ton allows for decent traverse speeds, having 44 degrees per second for the hull and 33 degrees per second for the turret. It also allows a top speed of 55 km per hour, ensuring the excellent accuracy and DPM of the top gun can be applied where it's needed on the battlefield. Other specifications you should take note of include a view range of 260 meters, which is really quite good, and also that APCR ammo for the L100 gun will penetrate up to 244mm of enemy steel, leaving very few on the battlefield safe from its sting. A thoughtful mix of consumables and provisions can be beneficial to you on the battlefield. I recommend using the multi-purpose restoration pack, the repair kit, and the adrenaline for consumables, and improved fuel, chocolate, and the protective kit when it comes to provisions. My typical ammunition loadout includes 2 to 4 HE rounds for those soft-skinned or other type targets, cap reset, 10 APCR for those situations when only spicy ammo will do, and the rest is just regular AP. The Panther can pack up to 80 rounds, which is a good thing considering that rate of fire. For equipment, I like to run the vents, the gun rammer to accentuate the rate of fire, coated optics to enhance your ability to spot targets by 10%. All of these specifications suggest that the Panther should be used as a second-line support vehicle, pumping effective fire into the Reds, or hanging back even a little further and sniping the crap out of the enemy with its excellent rate of fire, accuracy, and penetration. Flanking the enemy is another viable option for the Panther. The decent mobility and DPM will have the enemy reeling in confusion. And lastly, the weight and speed of the Panther make it very good at ramming other vehicles. Kamikaze medals come easy to Panther drivers. Dealing with a Panther can be difficult if operated by a competent driver, but aiming for the lower glacis or getting around to the sides and rear will usually reward you with good penetrating fire and damage, especially from capable HE rounds, which can be devastating to the Panther. Don't bother ramming a Panther unless you have better weight and hit points. You might be surprised at how quickly your own health pool goes down. Well folks, those are the facts regarding the Panther tank. I hope you'll be able to put them to good use on the battlefield, be you the driver or the opponent. Feel free to like and subscribe, folks. I really appreciate it. I'm also very interested to hear what you and other Panther drivers out there, how you feel about the Panther yourselves. Leave a comment, let me know. As always, be sure to visit the Facebook and Twitter pages for more relevant information that doesn't find its way into a video. Thanks very much for stopping by, folks. I'll catch you next time.